these little Shibas that we won here were from the machines with the 3 prongs. So they're small. So what you essentially want to do is go in and grab the Shiba as much as you can, the whole thing, like this. So the claw gets a nice grip on it, and then he'll lift it up and, hopefully drop it into the hole. We had to try a couple times for some of them, but mostly they're pretty.
It's pretty straightforward.
Pretty easy.
It's one of the easier games to play, and we should note that UFO crane machines in Japan are not as rigged as the ones in the US. Like those, you'll pour a lot of money in, and it's always going to be a weak grip. But in Japan, gosh, it's just like
it's a lot easier.
It's a lot easier.
So moving forward from the Mameshibas, which we all pretty much really straightforward, really easy, is all the Neko Atsumes. So a majority of these Neko Atsumes were in a machine where they were kind of on the edge of a platform. And they kind of lay them out like this on the edge of a platform. And what you do is it has the 2 prong ones, like the little fingers, and they come down and they grab the cat and they'll pull it up. But, since the grip is a little weak, it's really hard to kind of grab it and hope that it lifts up into the hole.
Yeah.
So what I had done was looked for the ones that were closer to the edge and seemed a little top heavier. So what I had done was I aimed for the back or wherever, for example, like this one, he's holding the ball, so it's going to be a little bit heavier here. So you want to aim for the portion that you think is, a little heavier. Grab that, and essentially what you want to do is you want to be able to pull it up enough so that, since it is a heavier weight, you're kind of relying on gravity and kind of like a lever action for it to topple over the edge because the heavier part's going to want to go down more. So that's how I won a majority of these little ones, which I thought was super cute.
Tell them the story about this one, or do you want me to tell this one?
Oh, so these kitties have these little chains. So this is something I actually noted in Japan versus like a lot of the plushes here, is that they keep their tags on their stuffed animals. A lot of the like stuffed animals that we see here, they don't have tags or they don't have these little hooks here. But it really helps because this one, I had grabbed it.
You saw it
and I kind of got close to it. I thought I was going to lose. I thought he was going to fall. But somehow this chain was able to hook onto one of the claws. And then essentially it picked it up and it dropped it down. Yeah. So that was a big surprise. And I was really happy about that. Because then we also noted that these tags here have the little plastic opening. So we saw, and for a couple of them, we were able to hook onto this little plastic tag here and pull it up and let that drop. So those are also little tips.
Should I explain?
Oh, I can explain these little pouches.
Oh yeah, talk about the pouches really quick.
Well, I mean, the pouches they're very even in weight. So a lot of it was just basically just grabbing it in the middle as much as we could and just lifting it up. And these are really light too. So I found that these were a lot easier to win. These are actually our first wins of Neko Atsume.
This is what spiraled us into our UFO crane addiction.
It's because this one machine, we were able to win all 3.
Yeah.
With like a couple of tries. So we were like, all right, the machines aren't as rigged in Japan. Let's aim for more. Let's keep going.
Okay. So a lot of you guys saw from our videos of Misty and Bolt right here.
Fred.
Well, okay. So I know we messed up in our videos. We kept calling this one Fred, but it's actually Bolt, as pointed out by one of you guys. But we're going to still call him Fred, because, you can change their names in the game. So how we won Misty is those 3-prong claw ones. So this one was pretty easy. We actually didn't spend too much money on Misty. We were just to pick it up and get it from the machine. But Fred, on the other hand, if I can just take this, will I mess up the pile?
Yes. Sorry.
So Bolt, sorry. Okay, so this one, we try to do the same thing where we use the 3-prong claw to try to hook it. But we wasted so much money trying to win him. Like, we went back to that same arcade like 3 nights in a row, going back to the same machine trying to win. So we never got we never got Bolt from that machine. So what ended up happening was I played a different game. And that's how I won tubs. So it's gonna be a little hard to explain, but this machine is different. This machine is not the 3-prong machine, but
don't be too scared. I know a lot of people saw this, like for instance myself, and I was like, this is impossible. I can't do this.
It is not impossible at all. But it did take me like some time to kind of study how it works. So let's pretend one of these is the bigger stuffed animal. So this is what the game looks like. There's going to be two poles, one going parallel to the platform and one kind of going perpendicular to the platform where it's going to cross. Oh, sorry, not perpendicular, but intersects with the platform. So the stuffed animal is going to be starting off from the platform, right? So there's already going to be like a little bit of height. So what you want to do is use the claw and try to knock the stuffed animal to the wider gap as much as you can. So you want to be able to knock it to the point where it's kind of like sitting on the edge of the of the poles. So after you get it to about right here, you want to keep moving it until it just kind of like drops into the hole. Or you can try to push it down. But I don't recommend that because that's a lot harder. Because if you keep pushing it down, the stuffed animal will likely to get stuck between the poles, and you're going to be wasting a lot more money trying to get the stuffed animal. But yeah, so what you want to do is, again, just try to knock it as much as possible to the wide gap. If you mess up, maybe like it's not anywhere near the wide gap, then you can always ask the staff to reset the position of the stuffed animal, and they will always reset for you if you want. But the one thing that they won't do is put it closer to the wide gap. So there you go. So this game is how I won Tubbs and how I won Bolt. Fred. No, it's Bolt.
Fred.
You're confusing me. All right. So hope you guys get
enjoy that. Don't be too scared of it. I know
Yeah.
it looked freaky to me, but because the platform is raised, you're relying on kind of gravity and that initial pull to kind of knock it over as much as you can.
Yeah.
So moving on to that, we want to talk about our giant Shibas.
Yeah. So we got this Shiba here in the US. So we got this from round 1.
We collected a bunch of tickets, and round 1 actually had the Shibas one
Yeah.
time, and we redeemed all of our tickets
and
for the Shiba.
So when we went to Japan, we're like, okay, our goal is to win this one, a little buddy, a little girlfriend. Yeah, a little girlfriend. So we were on the hunt for another Shiba. So that's how we start getting these. And there's a funny story for these two, the gray Shiba and the white Shiba. So it's one of those 3-prong machines.
The giant ones.
Yeah, and it's one of those machines where it's like you put in 500 yen for 6 plays.
Yes. So a lot of the machines, they're usually 100 yen per play,
Right.
which is great because here you can like pay like up to like $2-3
Just for one
play.
try, and
yeah.
that's no good.
That's no bueno. So it's only 100 yen each try, and then many of the machines also feature 500 yen for 6 plays. So
Yeah.
essentially you're saving a little bit of money. And if you know you're going to be trying a lot for, like the big ones or you're a little bit more of those difficult ones, and put in that 500 yen, you get an extra play.
Yeah, so definitely worth it. So this one, we put in 500 yen for 6 plays, and I think we got the gray Shiba in like the first or second try. The second try. I think it wasn't as straightforward. This one we just didn't pull and grab it, right? We kind of like knocked it.
I think this one, we kind of end up squishing it with the 3 prongs because we try to grab the whole thing as much as possible in the giant claw.
Right.
And we were just hoping that we would get a lucky pull, and it was a strong grip. So this one, we kind of
tried a lot. At least 4 or 5 tries
before we put in that second round of 500 yen.
Yeah.
A lot.
So after I won this one, the second try of the 500 yen, we asked the staff to put this one out for us, and Vivian went to try it, and she pulled it right away. She got this one like right
I got
after,
super lucky, and this was completely by accident.
Right after the gray Shiba, and she started screaming like a maniac.
I was laughing loudly,
Yeah.
squealing in delight.
Causing so much attention. Like we won 2 in a row. We won 2 Shibas in a row.
We heard everyone behind us go like I can't believe it.
Yeah,
What's
I can't
going
believe
on?
it. Yeah, and all of that stuff. So keep in mind, right after we won this one, we got this one, we still had 2 tries left. So we asked the staff to put out another Shiba. But this time, he put it like further away.
He didn't want us to win anymore.
He didn't want us to win anymore.
He recognized us. He was like, you guys are holding 2 giant Shibas.
Yeah.
And you guys just wanted one after another. Like, what's going on? So that night was really fun. Yeah. I really liked it.
So so we tried winning that one. It just didn't happen. But we're okay. Because I wouldn't know how to bring another big Shiba home if we won. Because we had to like stuff most of these.
I had to get an extra bag, an extra duffel bag to stuff the big ones in and carry it with me onto the plane. And then these little ones, we just kind of shoved it into like nook and crannies of our suitcase. So another tip is if you're going to go and play these, you know, if you have room in your suitcase or if you want to buy an extra suitcase, aim for the big ones. If you don't have that much room, try to get little ones. Like
the little ones, they're still adorable, still fun to have. So.
Or you can always ship it back, but it's a little bit pricey.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. So.
What other tips do we have for our viewers?
If you're planning to play a lot of UFO crane machines, look for the one that takes your Pasmo or Suica card. But yeah, they have a reader.
Yeah.
The important thing is if you see a reader, then those are the ones that take your train pass cards. Because like the great thing about them is that if you use the Pasmo or Suica cards, they offer you a discount. So let's say it's a 500 yen per play. But
it's
if
like
you
490 or something.
490,
like that.
495 if you use the card. So we were just like putting in money, reloading the cart with money, and just like used it on the UFO machines to the point where we don't have any more money in the cart and we couldn't take the train home.
Yeah, that was a problem.
Yeah.
So be careful. Make sure you have enough money in your train card if you're going to be using those cards. But it is very convenient. You know, let's say you don't have cash, but you have a little bit of extra money on your train card, your Suica or Pasmo card. Go ahead and do that.
Definitely not recommend that, actually. But all right, cool. I think that's pretty much it, right?
Yeah, and always, like I said, you can always interact with the attendees. Ask them to kind of switch out the dolls that you want. They're willing to do that for you.
Just be polite about it, and they will always
just know
help you out.
Once you win it, you're keeping it. You can't ask them to exchange it once you win it or anything like that.
So if there's one that you don't want, just ask them to switch it out.
I have a funny story about that. I was trying to aim for these little Shibas, and I accidentally, because this was in a machine with a bunch of other dolls, and I got a Splatoon doll.
Oh yeah, you got something that you didn't want.
I got something I didn't want, and I was like, "What am I supposed to do with this?" And I that's why I asked the person if I can exchange it, and they're like, "No." So
what happened
to
Splatoon?
I think I still have it somewhere.
Oh, okay, you have it. So, okay.
Or maybe you have it. I don't know. But I accidentally won one because I accidentally knocked it over by accident with the claw when I was trying to aim for the little Shibas.
Oh my god! You know what? I forgot something.
What?
Here, hold this. We forgot to include these.
Oh no.
Oh man, these are hooked.
We also forgot to include all of my real Akumas. I won.
Oh, you want some real? Yeah, that's
I
right.
won some real Akumas.
Some real Akumas.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we forgot to include these. These are the Chupacabra from Vamps.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vivian won these for me.
They're so cute.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't believe we forgot to include this in the collection. Yeah, we as you can see, we
won these. We also won like a Winnie the Pooh and a Piglet, and I also have 2 real Akumas that I forgot to include on here. So a lot more than we expected, but they're just so cute.
Cool. All right. I think that's pretty much it, right?
Yeah. So I hope these little tips kind of help. You know, if anyone's going to Japan, I hope you guys win lots. And yeah.
Cool. Thanks for watching, guys.
Bye.
We'll see you in the next video. Hey guys, we are on Snapchat now in case you didn't know. The handle is The KKS Show. Add us for some cute, cool, and amazing snaps every day. We've been having a ton of fun on that platform with some of the other cute, cool, and amazing boys and girls out there. So definitely join in on the fun. I'll see you guys on the Snapchat. On the Snapchat. On Snapchat. Peace.